What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to this Town Hall 8 War Recap video where I recently visited Enraged 8. Now, just before we start, big thank you to these guys. I will put their clan information down in the description if you are interested in going and checking them out. They're a Town Hall 8 clan that specializes in 3-star attacks. Mainly GoHo is what they use, and I did have another war with them which was quite exciting, some great attacks, so make sure to subscribe to keep up to date for when that recap video goes live. So this was one of my attacks, and I'm going to be attacking from the north on this base, and I'm going to be using the GoVaHo attack strategy. Now, first things first, I draw the clan castle out and I lure them to the very top. Now, so that I can kill this dragon without having too much issue, I take out the mortar with 2 Hog Riders first, so that I have a little bit of clear space where I can use the poison spell, drop some barbarians in, and easily take that dragon out with some wizards. I'm then having a nice wide spread, and what I love about these bases that are nice and spread like this is you can almost see the 2 compartments that I'm putting the golems in with the wizards behind, and when them compartments on the side are down, you'll see that the one in the north allows my Valks to be drawn in towards that archer tower, then they will just move south to the air sweeper, then to the air defense, and they're straight into the core of the base. So it's very easy to funnel, very easy to set up this attack. Once they're into the core, I have a heal spell to keep them alive, and you can see that on the back end of the base here, because the air defense are within range of the outside defenses, I decided to bring Hog Riders for it, and you will see that they are just trashing on the back defenses. Once they go down, I have a few Valks that can help to get out of the other side of the core, or as they decide to do, they're going to turn around and go back where they came from. Only a few defenses remain now, and you will see that the compartment on the west and on the opposite side on the east, there was only cannons and mortars within them compartments, so I did bring a minion for each side to start clearing up, and you'll see that the compartment on the east, the minion actually took out the cannon, so the hogs didn't have to run all the way back across there. And then once we are onto this stage, you've seen it many times on my channel before, we just get to sit back and relax and watch these troops clean up the rest of the base. So a nice easy attack really. The GoVaHo is a very safe strategy for these wide spread out bases, and let's move forward to some other attacks. So we're just going to start off near the top here and then slowly work our way down the list, featuring some of the 3 stars along the way. Moving across to their number 4 base, this is Empulionzcreed, who is going to be attacking, you can see, with the GoHo attack, and he does have a Pekka there as well. Now, for those of you that did see my recent 3-star GoHo attack video, which was actually featured on social media by Clash of Clans themselves, which was just absolutely awesome, you will know that in that video I took a clan castle of Valkyries, but I also said if you didn't want to do that, a Pekka was also a good option just to help get a little bit more damage and tankage to help get your troops in towards that double giant bomb set or the section of the base that you're aiming to take out with that initial phase of the attack. Now you will see obviously on this one we're coming from the east side of the base with our initial phase, taking out that section and then using almost an Asian wall of hogs from the northwest side in order to come forward, meet with the heal spells to take out the rest of the defenses. But I will say that as I'm recording these attacks, I haven't watched all of the replays from the war, so I don't know which attacks are fresh hits and which ones are cleanup attacks, but we will just try and commentate as best we can. Moving on to the cleanup phase, all of the defenses are down. We still have a fair few hogs which are going to split up and take the rest of these buildings, and we also have a wizard that survived at the top there. He's going to help speed things up, but you will see the timer on the bottom. There's plenty of time to get this base cleaned up. And just as this replay is wrapping up, I forgot to mention at the start that in all of my war recap videos, I do put timestamps down in the description so you can skip ahead to any raid that you want to. So moving forward to another 3-star attack, I have briefly skipped through some of these replays, so I'll try and bring you a little bit of variety. This one is by Marvel, and he's going to be attacking this base with more of a standard GoHo attack. So by that, I just mean that he doesn't have the Pekka as in the first raid to help out with the attack. He is just coming forward with golems and wizards for the initial part, and he is doing that through a cold-blooded approach. So he just has one golem to get into the base and set up this first part. So he's lured the clan castle, he's pulling it across to the side of the map. If you guys didn't see my recent video on how to take out enemy clan castle troops, I'll pop a link in the top right of the video there now. Very simple in taking out that dragon, and then he's using wizards to create his funnel. You'll see that there's giant bombs on the outside of the base. Very strange, but every once in a while that can trip you up. Very important not to underestimate bases and cut corners. I think everyone will have had a bad experience of that. But once we've taken out this corner of the base, Marvel has seen that there's giant bombs on the outside of the base, there's no room inside for double giant bombs, and he's taken out some of the defenses so he knows where the hogs will just move smoothly through the base, so he decides to keep them together on this one, using the heal spells quite widely across the base to cover as much ground as possible and keep them hogs alive. You'll see that there's no real room within the defenses, within the base itself, for there to be a lot of traps or anything like that. So you might say that you could have just mass hogged this base, which I'm sure you could have, but there are many ways to string a cat. The GoHo attack strategy provides quite a versatile attack. You will see that in the bottom of the base there, that is where I was talking that you can sometimes get tripped up on these bases. A giant bomb went off and nearly took out all of his hogs, but like I was saying, the GoHo attack at Town Hall 8, you can train that army and then just tweak it very slightly in order to attack a number of bases within the war map. So great attack by Marvel, and let's move on to another one. We're going to go for the clan's number 1 attacker, which is ZRoyal. He is going to be attacking their number 6 base. And again, he is coming at this with a cold-blooded GoHo attack. Now, this is very similar to the last attack, almost mirrors it exactly. So he's luring out the clan castle, pulling it into the east side of the base, dropping barbarians in order to distract that dragon, and then taking it out with wizards. Does lose a couple of wizards, so could have been a little bit more efficient on that because he did run out of barbarians. Nonetheless, he's coming forward with the golem, and he has enough wizards to create his funnel. Made sure to leave them for that. Couple of wall breakers allows that golem access. In with his king, and then he is not messing about. He is straight in with the hogs, circling the base here with them, and then I'm sure he's going to spread the heal spells out evenly. Around come the hogs through almost the entire section of the base, so almost a mass hog style attack, because he didn't get a lot out of the golem and the wizards since the bombs and the Teslas were all in the center of the base, but he does control a little bit of where the hogs go. He knows they'll run into the core and then they're not going to run all the way around the base. I would have personally took Valkyries and did more of a GoVaHo attack to get them into the core of the base and rip all of that up, get rid of the giant bombs, and then use the hogs around the side of the core. But like I was saying, especially at Town Hall 8 as well, it's a great level to practice different attacks, because I would say more so than any other Town Hall level, there are a number of strategies that you can use to take down a base. So nonetheless, got the job done and the 3 stars. Good attack by ZRoyal, and let's move to the next one. So this attack is by our number 11, Judo, against their number 11, and that is the rule. In the first attack we had to take the mirrored base, so you had to take your own number, and again he's coming at this with the GoHo attack, so he's just coming almost straight on here where the clan castle is. He didn't lure it or anything, he's just using the golem to distract it, and then using wizards behind to take that dragon out. Once he has this section of the base down, I don't know whether that was some sort of weird southern teaser, but there was a giant bomb there. I'm assuming there's one to the left hand side of that little funky wall as well, but we're coming in with some giants on the left hand side to distract some of the defenses, and then the hogs are coming in from the north of the base. There's quite a lot of defenses there, so we have the heal spell in ready to keep them alive, and then as they move across a little bit more to the right hand side of the base, we have another heal spell. All of the hogs kind of keeping together on this one, but you'll see we still have a lot of them up, and there's no real issue at this point. We know that the rest of these defenses are going to go down cleanly, and we still have another heal spell for good measure. So let's start to fast forward this, because there's only the odd defense left, and then once they fall, Judo can spread his remaining wizards to help with cleanup in order to take down the rest of this base and secure the 3 stars. So let's maybe show one more attack before we start to wrap this up, just so we're not keeping you forever and a day. But this next base is quite a common base that you will probably see. It is almost a 4 corners base, but at Town Hall 8, and it is going to be MaDz that has taken out this base. So you will see again the cord air defense, and I'm a big fan of the Valkyries, so I would probably try and get my Valkyries into the core and then surgically deploy my hogs on the defenses on the outside. But MaDz is going to lure the clan castle, and then he's going to focus on one of these corners and just pick it apart so that he can take out this side and then know that he can keep his hogs a little bit more tightly compact so that they don't run all over the base. That provides a little bit more DPS and means that he can use his heal spells a little bit more wisely. Now I quite like on that first compartment, you'll see that when the golem was distracting, a couple of hogs were used for extra damage on them defenses to get them down a bit quicker. We're then coming from the south with the hogs because we do have a little bit of an army together there at the top, and then the hogs are going to take out this entire side of the base. You'll see there's a heal spell in the core there for them as well, and then clan castle hogs are used to reinforce on the back end, and they will all converge with our little army in the north compartment to take down the rest of the bases, and then it's just clean up in order to wrap up the 3 stars, and even swags that heal spell to put the cherry on the top. So that is going to wrap up this war recap video against BizDac 2015, where we did clinch the victory. They did have a Town Hall 10, 2 Town Hall 9s. We are all Town Hall 8s, but we managed to take the victory with 94.7, I believe it was, total destruction. So I hope you enjoyed that. I did have one other war with these guys as well, so I will bring you a recap video to that very shortly. I've been your host, Judo Sloth. Make sure to subscribe for lots more Clash of Clans, and until next time, peace out guys. Stay tuned for more Clash of Clans.